Hello, my friends. Welcome back. It is still Saturday, June 17th, 2023. I'm the Drunk Poker. Tis beer time. We're reaching golden hour. It's like 7:30, 7:40-ish. We've had dinner. Jinx is out. Jinx. Some days you still forget she's gone. Oreo's out for his nightly constitutional walk. Mrs. Polk took him out first. I took him out second. She's back with him for another. He loves going outside. So the reason I got into Jinx mode there, so I was at the LCBO today. You were at the LCBO the other day. I was at the LCBO picking up some bourbon, and I decided, you know what? Because I see people from time to time post, oh, there's not enough West Coast IPAs available in Ontario. And I'm like, there is. And there's some core ones that are available all the time that are absolutely banging. This was the first beer I had after Jinx passed away back in 2020, and I don't even know why I did that video. I should have not done anything that day, but for me it was routine, and I needed something to hold on to keep me sane that day, because I don't think, and I mean, I've lost people I love, and I miss them a lot, and she was right up there. I know that it's just a cat. Some people, it's just a cat. Never just a cat, man. It's your whole life sometimes. But anyways, Alehouse Instigator West Coast IPA. First had 7 years ago, 2016. Still remains one of those touchstone beers, man. One of those big Westies of bitterness. Available at your local LCBO, 6.5%. Great can art. The first time I had it was in bottles. I remember that. Great food at Indy, too. I've been there for dinner once or twice. I love the food there, but their beer is so good. And I wasn't going to talk about this tonight, but then I saw it, and it reminded me of Jinx, and I was like, I saw a memory on a Facebook's there, the Jinx, and I'm like, man, she has a good cat. And we got great cats now. These guys, full of personality, light up my life, like Oreo, Simcoe, and Marbs are just, there's days, honestly, they are the reason I go to work. They're the reason I get out of bed. And I remember seeing that one time when somebody said, whatever the reason is that you're still with us, if it's just because you love your pet, then that's enough to keep going. So yeah, it's a memory beer for me. You know, I remember the first time, and listen, there's a beer called Cock Puncher from Indy Alehouse. If you can ever get your hands on a big double West Coast IPA, I call it Rooster Fist. It's one of my favorite beers, but this one of the best West Coast IPAs in Ontario, if not beyond. Let's get into it. Cheers. Yeah. So I saw it, and I'm like, you know what? I have Lone Pine, I have Headstock, I've got a couple other Westies. I think I've got almost a dozen Westies in the fridge at this point right now. And that's amazing. The fact that they're there. And I can get them locally, either at the LCBO or at local breweries. It's amazing. A great toasted malt body, clear, right? Fun. Remember, I'm a guy who loves Third Moon to the nth degree. But I love a good clear West Coast IPA. You know, grapefruit, orange pith, big resinous pine back. It's bitter, it's bold, it's beautiful. I like this beer. And this beer has that special attachment of being that kind of Jinx moment with me. And if you don't know who Jinx is, she was my cat for 20 years, my best friend. Saw me through a lot of really rough times. And I think that's what these guys do for me now. Even when I'm having a bad day, I come home and they're just happy I'm here, man. They're like, hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Right? And that's what I love with a good beer, too. A good beer is just a good beer. You know, I saw this, I reached for it because I knew I trusted. I trust Indy Alehouse to make great beers. I trust it. I know it's a Westie. I know it's going to be a beautiful beer. So there you go. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. I've had 2 beers. This is my 3rd beer tonight. I'm going to have a few more, maybe some bourbon. I'm not off tomorrow. I have to go in for a couple hours, but I'm off for the most part. It's complicated right now. It's ridiculously complicated. But yeah, so I hope you're having a good Saturday night. If you got to work tomorrow, you know, take it easy. Have 2 or 3 beers. Don't go crazy. And if you're off tomorrow, let's get ripper, bud. Let's get after it, eh? All right. If you can't get to it, better get to it. And if you can't get to it, you better get at it. And if you can't get to it and at it, you better get at it. I don't know. There's a whole Stomp and Tom thing going on there. I got to rewatch that. All right. Poke loves you. Take it easy. Look for this. Your local LCBO. Get to some Indy Alehouse. You will not regret it. Cheers. # Jinx forever. Always my girl.